Fish Talk, the pregame show with Captain Billy and myself. So this is where you're going to ask us as many questions possible because you have our full attention for the next 5 minutes. And then after that, we are going to answer every question possible. But
try and keep them coming. Because,
yeah. So we've got Captain Louie over there.
Oh, Captain Louie.
Bush Home Services Tackle Table Talk. Louie, can you say hi? There he is.
Hi, Louie.
So, as you notice, we've done a little painting and decorating,
A little
too.
different. Looks a little, actually a lot better.
Does look a lot better.
Yep. Bring it up to date a little bit.
I think that's something we've only talked about for...
Since the beginning of Friday Night Fish Talk.
Yep.
Finally happening. It's good to see changes.
That's it.
Feels good.
Got new mics.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're kind of tuning out right now or
Can you
trying to figure out. So, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. We actually have a live camera person that's going to be bringing in different angles throughout the show, too.
Mighty exciting. I mean, just catch my good side, would you?
That's both sides, Billy. Come on.
Oh, well. Get lucky here and there.
So, I don't think it's the Extreme Decalz Catch of the Week yet. There we go.
Just checking.
I know everyone's real eager to get to that part, but we'll come up to that later.
It's my favorite part, apparently.
I don't blame you. It's been a good week.
So earlier, I decided to just give away a bunch of stuff tonight.
That's what I've understood. I
So-
think you said, what, like every 10 minutes or something you plan on giving away?
I think so. I think we're going to
All
do it every 10 minutes.
Do you have a timer set?
Right here. Here's the timer.
Whenever he
So-
feels like it.
Andrew Thompson, let's go. We are ready too. So tonight we're talking all about the redfish.
The old redfish, you know, this red stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy. Where's your sunscreen?
I'm allergic.
Oh, yeah. Who's that? Daniel, what's going on, man? So again, every 10 minutes we are going to be giving away another prize, and we're going to blurt out a random question. It's not going to come just from me. It's going to come from everyone tonight. So make sure you are paying attention. But most importantly, make sure you share this live feed.
Like and share with everybody.
Yep, share in the group, share with your family, friends.
That's it.
So Rick Largale saw Captain Louie last week at Shrimp Landing. He said, "What a mess." What a mess of grouper. That's what he said.
Yeah, well.
That's why they call him the Grouper Guru.
Does do mighty well out there.
All right. So again, here's one of those new camera angles. Check that out. We just got to remember where to look now.
It's going to be hard to keep up with.
Yeah. So every 10 minutes, giving away something. Make sure you guys are paying attention. Make sure you share this live feed because if you answer a question correctly and we find out later you didn't share it,
well, that's going to somebody else.
we're going to take it away.
Yep.
So
Just
we're going
that
to
easy.
give free stuff away, so do us a favor and share. So
Our favorite too, Dakota.
yeah. But
Everybody's got to love some redfish fishing.
yeah, so let's go ahead and what do you think we get started with the show here soon?
I'm good with that.
So we're going to go intro, drink a beer, come back, and start talking about some redfish.
I like it.
All right,
Let's do
see
it.
you guys soon.
Welcome back to Friday Night Fish Talk.
All right, so we are officially getting started with tonight's episode, and tonight's episode is all about the redfish. We are bringing it back. So during this transition period, we had a real strong grouper season. Start of it, it's gotten warmer. It pushed offshore, so
Getting back out a little deeper.
I think a lot of people are more targeting inshore. And
Yep.
the number one species to target inshore is
The beautiful redfish.
the beautiful redfish. Hey, Billy, why don't they call the redfish a goldfish?
I'm pretty sure that name is
It was already
it's
taken.
already taken.
It was
right?
already taken,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It would have been a better name though.
So we're going to go over all the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Redfish, in my opinion, is one of the easier fish to go target because they're literally everywhere.
Absolutely.
And so throughout the night, we're gonna talk to Captain Zac Zachry from Tried and True Outdoor Adventures, who has basically every secret possible, and I think he's gonna give up most of those secrets tonight. Captain Louie is gonna talk about some rigs and techniques for catching redfish, and he's also got some other cool stuff over there on the table. Look at that new Danko set. Those pliers are awesome. Have you tried them out yet?
They are very nice, very smooth grip, and what a heck of a cut they have when it comes to even snipping braid. Mighty nice.
So, and don't forget, throughout the show tonight, we are going to ask a random question.
Random as it can be.
And it could come from any one of us. So the first person to be paying attention and answers that question correctly.
Could be winning something cool.
Yep. And you guys don't even know what I'm giving away either.
No, haven't a clue. But I like the idea of giving stuff away.
It's some cool stuff.
All right.
So, but Billy, you've been out in the airboat all week.
Yes.
Right? Since we're talking about redfish, that's your species.
One of my favorite to find out there, especially playing on the airboat. I mean, granted, I find most of them at the lower tides, but they're still there. And I actually saw quite a few of them playing in the backwater, playing out around like the entrance of Mud Creek area on both sides, whether you're on the Salt River side and or on the Gulf side of Mud Creek. Seen some really nice pushes. Those fish are beautifully dark. I mean, they hold that good mud red color to them.
Well, like that clip that just played was a prime example why the airboat, why you get to see more redfish than anyone else, is because most boats can't cruise through that shallow
play
water.
where nobody else gets to,
Yeah.
and that's the funnest thing about it.
Yeah.
You know, getting to cruise the flats. Like I was playing out at the reef, about an hour ago. It's dead low tide. I'm the only boat out there, and the are pushing around, and I'm starting to see them schooling up at the lower tides, and they're all pushed about 50 to 100 feet off the bank. You know, it's not what you would typically find when you're fishing when you're going to fish them up against the mangroves.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to be able to get them out there in the open and get to see that beautiful fish. And there's good numbers out there. It's great to see, and they all seem to be to mid to upper slot, if not over.
Absolutely. During the summer, it gets a little bit tougher. You know, I'm a firm believer, and it doesn't matter the tide. It's either early morning or late in the evening when it cools down.
Yep, I can definitely agree to that.
It doesn't mean you can't go out in the middle of the day and catch a redfish, but that sun's brutal on you, and it's just as brutal on a redfish. So.
Absolutely. They tend to find that shady areas, and they're not too hungry. Neither am I when it's 100 degrees. So
we've got a comment up on the screen for you, Billy, if you want to answer that one there.
Please wear some face coverings. Yeah, I do plan on. I need to start wearing a buff on that because sunscreen and I just don't mix well.
Yeah, so Billy does actually have a allergic reaction to sunscreen. So I know a lot of people bust his chops, but his skin actually boils out, and I'm not going to go in full detail.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, the sunburn feels a lot better than the sunscreen does.
My excuse is I'm a ginger, so it doesn't matter what I put on. I'll burn up, and then I'll cool down later.
Yep.
So now, Billy, you know my most important rule about red fishing, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what is your most important rule?
You don't stay in one spot too long.
I have noticed that with you.
Yep.
I'm just getting the feel for a point. All right, we're moving.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, we drop down another spot, and, well, there's the redfish.
So, you know, before every charter, I always explain this in depth. Please, guys, don't feel like I am impatient. This is how I fish.
Yep.
And plus, during the summer, it's a great technique to stay cool as well.
Absolutely. Keeping that breeze rolling, just, it's a nice break.
So the fish are either there and hungry, or they're not there or not hungry.
Yeah.
So if you don't get a bite, they call it the cigarette rule. So
Yep.
I don't smoke cigarettes, but if the captain has enough time to finish a cigarette and you haven't gotten a bite, you're
It's
off
time
to the
to
next
move
spot.
on. Absolutely.
And the other good thing is, too, you know, I hear so many people talk about their secret redfish spots.
Yes.
That's not the case. I mean, Louie, do you have any secret redfish spots, or I mean, or are you a runner and gunner?
Of course.
No, everything changes day to day. Obviously, we know where fish sit being out there every day, but other than, you know, the obvious, you know, Rocky Points or mullet schools or something like that, you know, there's no secret to it at all. Nothing.
I'm the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got spots that you know, I might go to first, but it's because I feel comfortable with that spot and how the water flows and the wind direction. But anyone that comes in this marina, I will literally point out on, you know, the Florida Marine Tracks display that we have. I'll tell them, go fish here.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're going to catch all the redfish and then the redfish are going to leave, you know, or the more redfish are going to come. So it's just how redfishing works. I mean,
That's it. As long as that water is moving, they're moving.
Yeah.
So you really never know where you're going to find them.
And the other advantage of the whole run and gun is you learn more of the land. You know, you learn different areas. So like, I've had many days where I've concentrated on fishing Ozello and I hit 10, 15 spots, nothing. But then I shoot down to Chassahowitzka, Chas Point, or you know, Stokes Bay, a different, you know, I call them regions, a different area, and the bite's on.
Oh yeah.
So that's why you really need to focus on learning, you know, the other areas. And the Florida Marine Tracks system is a great way to learn the other areas as well.
Well, that's it. You know, if you're going to fish one river system up, you know which way the water is moving. You can go ahead and jump on Florida Marine Tracks. Check out an island that you were kind of suspicious of and kind of judge the way your waters are moving. 9 times out of 10, move to that island and there's still going to be fish there.
Absolutely. You know, a couple other things too is, you know, how currents work and deciding which part of the island to fish on. You know, so let's move over to the Florida Marine Track screen if you guys don't mind. Let me give a couple of examples here. So, you know, I like to use the rocky structures off islands, right? So if the tide's coming in, let's say you have a west wind, you know, real common in the summer.
Extremely.
Tide's coming in on a rocky structure like this. I'm not fishing. Well, actually, I would fish this little indentation right here because remember that current's coming in, but then it's breaking. So
it will create its own calm spot there.
Exactly, and that's what you're looking for is the calm spot. So you're looking for that spot where the fish aren't stressed out trying to swim against the current, but instead that spot that the bait is actually coming right to them.
Yep, head first too.
So
and that's
you know,
a really good spot, by the way.
Is it?
Oh my gosh.
I just went to a random one.
Yeah,
it's a really good spot, by the way.
Zach's back there, like,
relax.
So
I see Zach
so we just gave up Zach's first secret of the night. But you know what? Florida Marine Tracks gave that secret up for him.
I mean, it is what it is.
So I think that's how Zach calls it cheat TV. But anyway, I mean that's why you fish these areas where they have points so that the fish can feel protected behind the points. So, but.
Lazy fish as they are.
So, oh, hey, I got an idea. Let's
that?
ask the first question of the night. What is the legal size redfish? No, wait. What is the legal size? What is the legal size to harvest a redfish? So, what is the slot limit?
Yep, minimum
in
to
Citrus
maximum.
County. In Citrus County, what is the slot limit? Now, I need the minimum and the maximum. So, the first person to answer that is going to win the first prize of the night.
Ooh.
So. And if you happen to win a prize, we'll go back later just in case, but if you happen to win a prize, Facebook message us later on your name and phone number.
Absolutely.
So, and then
Apparently
Sean just informed us that he will actually message you as well, so just in case you forget, but make it easy on us, message us, let us know. So, yeah, so I tell you what, from there, let's see if anyone from the Extreme Decalz Catch of the Week caught any redfish this week. And let's check out what, all right, so we're going to do a quick video real quick, and then we'll be with the Catch of the Week.
Better not be a video of me.
Why? We love that video.
Oh, the first
Little guy. Oh, fish grippers. He took my fish grippers.
Well out there in that little mud boat of his.
He does. He kills it.
Yeah, that was a nice snook that almost got away with his grips.
So, now, would you call that 2 dots or 1 large dot on that last one? They were blended together. It looked like a figure 8, but filled in.
Ooh, I'd probably have to consider that to be 1. They were not separated,
Yep.
but
I really love the
Ooh, that's a good
perm.
run.
That's a nice one. Who is that, Sean?
That is a beautiful redfish. Definitely caught on the outer side.
Adrian.
Look at all those fishing spots.
Yep. Awesome shot there. All right. Ooh,
Pretty
nice
little
looking
snook.
snook.
Saw quite a few of those out there
This
today.
is Carter.
Carlos.
Carlos.
That doesn't look like his boat.
That's not his boat.
Yeah. That's a nice looking redfish.
Yes, it is. Looks like a very nice day out.
It's not Carter.
Brianna's yelling at me to look at my paper, but she told me earlier I'm not supposed to be looking at the paper. That's how marriage
Do what
works.
you say.
That was Dakota's Ken Kramer's granddaughter. That was her very first snook.
Nice.
Grandson.
Good deal.
Oh, I wasn't watching the video. Sorry. That was his grandson.
I like your shirt. Looks familiar.
Jessica. Jessica catches a lot.
Who's that ugly mug? Oh, that
Oh, yeah. John's first grouper. He shot that thing 20.5 inches, right? On a
Yep.
John boat.
On his own, out there practicing.
John's
Killed
John
it.
boat.
That one's got some beautiful color to it. Nice to see everybody producing a lot of reds. Definitely seeing a lot of them out there. Look on that kid's face on Captain Ken's boat. That was pure excitement.
Yeah, he's stoked.
Yep, pure excitement. Coob.
Good looking cobia.
We caught a big one today. I wonder if she got it.
How long were you out there for that charter? An hour?
Oh, that day? Yeah, that was not long.
Beautiful cobia.
Golly.
Absolutely. Still waiting to find one on the airboat. Haven't found that yet.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I know it's going to happen.
Oh,
Just
check
when?
that out.
Nice.
What a mess. Bet you were there
Good
for an
deal.
hour.
Yeah.
Good photos there.
Absolutely. What a
Look at them
stud redfish.
What is that fish on the left?
Trout.
Looks like a good sized trout.
Yeah. That was
God,
right here
look
at
at
the
that
marina,
redfish.
looks like. Wow.
Grouper season may still be kicking pretty good.
Oh, it's still good.
Oh yeah, still good.
Alrighty, guys. So that was the Extreme Decalz Catch of the week, and we've got some important information from Extreme Decalz for later on. But for right now, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back soon.
Hey Gary, what you doing?
Oh, just going through the book, looking at some dash panels.
As nice as that sounds, what if we went and did something a little more custom? Do you know anybody that might be able to make a switch panel like this?
Let's go talk to Brian.
I think Brian would be a good idea for that.
Cool. Let's go.
It'd be sweet.
Oh, Brian. Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
I got a cardboard cutout. Can you make it into something for me?
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right. What?
This is our dash panel complete. Just wanted to throw a huge shout out to Brian up there at Extreme Decalz. Nailed it. This is exactly what I had envisioned when I drew literally a cardboard cutout for this to become a true dash piece and showpiece at the same time. Thank you very much, Brian. I'm super stoked to see this thing on the water.
Alrighty, guys. So we are here with the one and only Captain Zac Zachry from Tried and True Outdoor Adventures, and this is the Ayinde Matthews State Farm. Now, he was the North Citrus region sponsor, but things have changed a little bit. Now he is the official Captain's Reports sponsor. So,
Perfect.
But Captain Zac Zachry, he is the man when it comes to red fishing. So, Zach, what kind of secrets can you give up tonight?
You actually touched on it earlier. You want to not spend too long at each spot. I call it running and gunning. I tell my clients first thing, our first spot, guys, we're going to stay here 5-10 minutes tops. If we hook a nice one or catch one, we'll just start the clock right back over again, is what I'll do. But typically 5-10 minutes, if you're placing your baits in the right area and using the correct stuff, you should be able to catch those fish within that time frame. Baits that I'm using, we always preach about cut mullet, live bait, pinfish, creek chubs, whatever. Last week, I did perfect drifts with my pinfish over redfish I could physically see, okay? And couldn't get them to eat. So I switched over to the shrimp on a jig head, threw it in there. The pinfish were getting it pretty fast, but also we really started hooking a redfish and doing good. So today, I just had a half day today, and we probably caught, I would say, 20, 25 redfish. A lot of shorts, but we got 5, 6 nice fish. Those baits would only sit out there for maybe a minute or two before the pinfish ate them, but that's all those redfish were eating for me today, was live shrimp.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So if you have a client that's strictly wanting redfish, let's call it summer, right? Let's say end of June, mid-June, right, like where we're at now. Are you comfortable bringing one type of bait or?
No. You need to bring multiple things. For instance, like I said, I saw those redfish. I was floating pinfish to them, floating creek chubs to them, free lining pinfish to them. They still weren't eating it. So if they're not eating it, just switch it up. Switch over to your shrimp or whatever the case may be, and that's going to get it. Or switch over to your cut bait. Sometimes those redfish like to see the pinfish coming in and eating something. Just gets everything stirred up, and they're just getting to kind of a frenzy. So when there's just a pinfish floating around out there, sometimes they won't get it. But when you got a piece of cut bait out there or a shrimp, and all those pinfish are just beating it up and just sending all that scent into the water, that's when your redfish is going to come over and pick it up.
You brought up a point that I stress to my clients. Don't move the bait.
Oh my gosh. Don't
move the bait, because for the exact reason you just said, the pinfish are doing the job for you. So they're going to feel peck, 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 peck. When I say, the redfish is going to tell you when he's ready.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a redfish, but he will be here soon. Just watch.
Yeah.
And, they start pulling it back and, or tight lines. Like, I can't stand the word tight lines when you're fishing with bait in salt water.
Exactly.
You have a current. You can't have a tight line.
Yep.
It doesn't work. So, whether you're drifting it down the bank, drifting to the left, if you have a tight line, let's say you're fishing a bank straight in front of you, right? Current's going straight at or with you, and you have a tight line, but that current or that bait's moving down the left. If you have a tight line, that bait's moving away from the island.
Oh, 100%.
So you got to play with your line a little bit, feed it out, but then on the counter side of that, if you let out too much line, you're not getting that fish.
Yep.
So
Another thing is when you're using that shrimp or cut mullet, you're going to cast it out there. You're going to feel those pinfish just beating the crap out of it. And then sometimes you feel them stop and you think, oh, I must be out of bait, and you reel it in. Wait about at least 45 seconds to a minute, maybe a little longer, because what will happen is you throw that thing out there, those pinfish, yes, they're tearing it apart, and then you got a big redfish coming over, and those pinfish are like, oh, we need to get out of here, and they leave. And it might take him 30 seconds to a minute to locate exactly where that shrimp or that cut mullet is, and he's going to eat it. So out there, and you feel it getting beat to hell, and then the pinfish stop, don't reel it in right away, okay? You wanna give it a little bit, and then, if it's a minute or so, just go ahead and reel it in. Or that rod tip might just drop down and you've got them.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a bunch of little stuff. Red fishing's not that complicated, but you really gotta think about it. I see people wasting their time switching artificial baits, switching from this color to this color, and going from hard bait to soft bait. That's why I'm a firm believer, keep your tackle box small, live well big.
Guys, I have 2 colors I use, and that's pearl white and watermelon red. You look at the bait, you're not seeing some lime green fish swimming by and like.
Except by the nuclear.
Yeah, exactly. Just stick with your natural colors. That's going to be your absolute best bet. Have a full live well of assortment of different things. Have your cooler with any kind of fresh cut bait. Have yourself some live shrimp, and you're going to do just fine out there. Guys, people overthink red fishing so much. Yep. It is like fishing for catfish. You literally throw a bait out there and sit back. You can literally sit there and drink beer. Eat a sandwich, anything. You're gonna catch them,
unless you're doing things not wrong, but unless you're doing some of these things that we've been talking about opposite. If you're not getting a bite, we've had days. You'd be lying if you sat here and told me you've never caught a redfish. It happens. They are picky, or they can be picky.
Sure.
So don't get frustrated with yourselves if you go out there and you're trying these techniques, move spots.
Yep.
Move to a different area. Go explore another area. Just be patient, have fun. It's what fishing is supposed to be about.
Definitely. No, I mean, that's the main goal, is to go out there and have fun, and catch fish doing it. Actually, I got one of the trivia questions here for you guys.
Oh, boy.
What is the correct name for a redfish? Not the scientific name, but the correct name for a redfish.
All right. So whoever answers that first is going to win a prize. I'm so excited to give away these prizes later. And actually, we're going to talk about these prizes later on at the end of the show. So, congratulations to whoever just won that one. Hey, Sean, just curious, who did win that one? Did someone answer already? Oh, second one and first one. Linda Martin won the first one, but no one's won the second one yet. Let's see. Brian Sims.
Nice.
Fat Boy Jigs. So, all right. Well, I tell you what. All right, Crystal River. Great place to redfish because there's so much landscape and there's a bunch of different changes. What's happening over there right now?
So I hit 3 spots on, let's just say, north of Mangrove Point, all right, today, and I didn't get anything, and I'm like, all right, we got to figure something out. It's just a half day. And so I ran back into the east of Graymare, and we crushed it today. We did absolutely amazing. Pulled up, first 2 lines in the water, doubled up on keepers, and then it was just a pile of shorts after that. But I had a big kids group today, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
We just sat there, and I mean, these kids, they never caught redfish before, so I mean, it was really neat watching them bring it in, smiles and everything like that. But guys, we preach about it every week. Look for those mullet. Today, I stopped at every school of mullet I saw, even if it was a bank that I hadn't fished in years and years. You just stop at it, bomb some baits out there, wait a few minutes. If you don't get them, pick up, keep running down the bank, look for another school of mullet. I found a huge school of mullet today, and everything looked perfect. And sure enough, we threw those shrimp up there, and it was not but probably less than a minute, and had 2 on the hook. So basically, I like fishing. You guys hear me say it all the time. Incoming tide, and also, the first part of the outgoing is really good as well. When that water starts moving again, you'll see those mullets start to jump and everything like that. So look for your mullet, look for your moving water, and then another thing is structure. Sometimes those redfish are going to sit where there's no mullet. So I mean, when you're going from spot to spot, guys, what I would recommend doing is just kind of idling close to the bank and just looking off the side of the boat. Have someone safe up on the bow, looking off the front, looking in the front of the boat, looking off the left, right, and you'll see those redfish scurrying around. And if you see that, just take a mental note, okay, they're right here, or go on your Simrad, push mark, and then come off the bait, wait 30 minutes or so, come back over, and they're going to be sitting in that exact same spot.
And you said something earlier, and I just want to highlight it. When we're talking about moving spots and running and gunning, that doesn't necessarily mean just going over 3 islands away. Like Zach said, move down the bank.
Yeah, you don't have to go far. Just if you're not catching redfish there, just keep in the process of moving, look for fish, and then look up in front of you. You see those mullet jumping. That's where you're going to want to go and stop. I mean, you don't have to, be traveling miles to your next honey hole or whatever. Guys, there's redfish on every single island out there. I mean, from 1 to 50 of them could be sitting there. But that's basically what I do every single day out there, is just keep on moving.
All right.
I ran a client's boat last week that had the same unit as this, just a smaller one, and I cannot believe the detail in these Simrads. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, right there, I don't know if they want to switch over to this.
So let's go over to the Florida Marine Track screen real quick. All right, so what were you?
So you can just look on this, and you can tell where hard bottom is, guys. I mean, these redfish are going to be wanting to sit on that hard bottom. I don't know where this is because we're just kind of zoomed in, but I mean, you've got a creek right here, or a pond right here, and there's going to be water moving in and out of this as the tide changes, and you've got a rock flat right here, okay? So, I mean, there should be fish sitting there. This point, you can see there's going to be rock on it. This whole side, there's rock sitting on it. I mean, where are we?
Well, you know where we are.
Oh, I know exactly where we are. Yeah. So I mean, yes. Never mind. Don't go to that island.
I was
So
waiting for you to realize.
yeah.
Start
So
shuffling over.
yeah. Anyways, let's just go to a totally different place. Anyway, so you can zoom into any of this stuff, guys. I mean, any of these islands, you can see. I mean, there's rock, oyster right there, rock, oyster right there. I mean, that all this is going to be, good stuff. This island here, rock all down the bank, rock on the front. Okay. So with this unit, I mean, you can just zoom into any of these islands and tell, basically where those fish are going to be sitting and where you're going to want to target. And you're going to find those mullet, they're going to be sitting where this water's moving, guys. So you see the water's going to come in this way from the coast. It's going to come around this island, and the mullet are going to be jumping all right here on this and right in there. You're probably going to see hardly any mullet on this backside. So that's where you're going to fish, is where all that water's moving.
Gotcha. And one thing I want to point out on here too is, stress about this a lot. Just saw it. Oh yeah, right there. Make sure you know where you're going.
Yes, exactly.
So if you guys can, I mean, if it's a super low tide, like I'm talking a negative low, and you're having second thoughts on if you can make it, don't go.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that right there, I mean,
Go up
what
a
I've
little
been
bit.
told.
You'll see the bad one.
What's that?
So go up, but you see the bad one.
Where's the bad one? Let's see. Oh yeah. So that right there, from what I've been told, can take up to 30 years to regrow in the seagrass beds and on the reef area. So, guys, just stay out of there. There's so much. Stay out of there on a dead low tide.
Yeah.
Go in there on an incoming tide. But there's so many different other areas you can go fish. You can go fish shallow water rock piles for grunt, grouper. On these low tides. You can go fish the outer side. I mean, these deeper channels, Fish Creek. What else we got up here? This isn't really my area. You could see the Florida Marine Tracks is a big help, obviously, because you can see, one, you can't see the prop scars on here because this imagery is from a dead low tide. So, but just try to focus on different areas in the dead low tides instead of potentially ruining the ecosystem or your boat. But that being said, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we are going to be giving the Ozello report. We'll do a quick one, and then one of my favorite captain's reports. We're going to play a little video from that. So stay tuned, and we will be back shortly.
199, 200. Here it is. The treasure is down there. Start digging. Quicker, dig quicker. Here, drink a Red Bull. That's better. Oh. Can you see it? How much is there? Hello? Have you found the treasure? Hello?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Alrighty, so there we go. Alright, so that was Captain Zac Zachry that has joined us. Everyone thrives off of listening to Zach's reports because
I don't blame him. I mean, he does a very thorough job of it. If anybody wants to know where he's fishing, just ask me. I find him out there every day.
well,
Just kidding.
he accidentally gives the spots up all the time.
Right.
So that one was pointed out. Thanks a lot, Louie. But
Hey, just
Captain
saying.
Zac Zachry, I mean, he is a hell of a person, an
Hell of a
incredible fisherman, but even better, an incredible charter captain.
Absolutely.
He is there to put his guest on fish, and highly
personality
respect
go
that
out
guy.
there.
So if you're looking to book a charter with Captain Zac, go to Tried and True Outdoor Adventures on Facebook, or Fish Crystal River, Florida, right? Crystal River, Florida Fishing.com.
That one.
That one.
That's my
Yeah.
brother's website.
That's a fish. Oh yeah. That's all right. Bree
Same
put
thing,
on.
just opposite.
Bree
Whatever.
accidentally put on your title earlier. Tired and True Outdoor Adventures. So
True and tired. It just comes with the lifestyle.
all right. So so the Ozello fishing report. Pretty basic, or pretty much what Zach said.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sticking with chunk mullet. That's pretty much my go-to bait.
Especially with the amount of pinfish that's out there right now.
Yes, exactly. So, but it's like Zach said earlier, you never know when you're going to need shrimp, so it's real easy just to grab a dozen shrimp, 2 dozen shrimp,
Yeah.
and then you can freeze them afterwards. I use frozen shrimp this time of the year.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. You toss them out while they're still frozen, and it actually takes quite a while for that pinfish to peck them apart. A lot longer, actually.
Yeah. So, but keep what we're trying to say is keep your bait selection plentiful.
Yeah, and your
And
tackle
have-
selection minimal.
Yep, there you go, perfect. So,
Absolutely.
but the outer St. Martin's Keys, you cannot beat them this time of the year.
There's fish all over the reef right now. It's a beautiful sight to see. I mean, the redfish specifically, they're in good numbers and good size, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I talked about this last week. I think it was last week or week before. But on the outgoing tides, you know, focus on the mouths of the rivers because that's where the cooler water is coming from.
Absolutely.
So that water is flushing out of the mouths. They're going to be around those rocky edges, trying to find that little bit of cooler area. So it's a great place to start. But yeah, no. So that's pretty basic. St. Martin's Keys,
Mouths
chunk
of all the
mullet.
rivers, rocky banks.
And no, it does not matter. There should have been a trivia question, but I guess it's opinion. It does not matter if the mullet is frozen or fresh.
Does not whatsoever.
So the only thing is if it's from Indonesia, then don't use it. But
Is it even a mullet then?
so Billy, I hope you're excited for this next captain's report that is going to be played. So this was actually a recording from a long time ago.
Oh boy.
But if we can go ahead and play this report, listen closely though, because he gives some really good information.
Perfect. So Gary, my game plan is while the water's high, I'm gonna blast as deep into the backcountry as possible. I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get all the way back in there. I'm gonna cast dead mullet. Throw it in the bottom.
introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Bob, everybody. I'm Amberjack Bob. I'm the cobia god. Women love me and fish fear me. So the whole game plan is I'm gonna get as far into the backcountry as possible. Just lost. I'm gonna drop a piece of cut mullet on the bottom. Whatever I catch, I catch. Once that tide starts going out, I don't want to get stuck back there. I'm gonna blast back out. Going back out to the Keys. Once low tide hits, I'm gonna get stuck. I'm gonna drink a couple beers while I'm stuck out there. Wait for the tide to come back up. I'm gonna float my way back in. Whatever happens, happens.
Gotta love the Captain Bob. I don't even know if you can call him Captain, but we're calling him Captain Bob.
No,
his fishing reports are flawless.
he was a captain, or got his captain's license, but it expired, believe it or not. So,
Believe it or not, huh?
Amberjack Bob,
the cobia god.
Oh man,
Fish
I tell
fear
you
him and
what.
women love him. What can we say?
God, so please just don't blast up into Fish Creek. 'Cause he
You
kinda-
will hurt yourself.
Yeah, he kind of contradicted what he said earlier, what we said earlier.
That's too
but-
funny. Hey, I do have a trivia question.
Good.
So, can redfish actually live in fresh water?
I don't know. Can they? That's up to y'all to decide. So, first person to answer that question correctly.
Yeah, can redfish live in fresh water?
Pretty easy question, I think.
It's a yes or no. I mean,
But all right, so I tell you what, Billy, give us that. Earlier you talked about it a little bit, but I
Yep.
want the full details of your airboat report for this week.
as far as the airboating goes, I mean, it's been an up and down week as far as weather goes, but the times that we're able to make it out, it was really nice. Water slicked out calmly, is able to see a decent amount of fish out there. Playing out of it, we did stick to a lot more of the backwaters running, playing in our south side Salt River as far as, Ozello goes, in between Ozello and Homosassa. Playing back in Game Creek, there's a lot of nice fish that are pushing back there. The waters are a lot dirtier than what you'll find out towards the reef and mouths of the rivers. I can't say what all the fish were, but the ones I did see, the redfish themselves hold a beautiful gold color and look to be in the upper slot. Wouldn't mind hooking into them personally. I found quite a few of them, like I mentioned earlier, inside of Mud Creek on the Salt River side and on the west side out towards the Gulf. Playing out towards Homosassa, working into Sam's Bayou area, there seems to be a decent amount of fish over there. I wouldn't. It was a little low when I was playing in there. I don't recommend playing at the lower tides when I found the fish, but getting out there towards the mouth of Homosassa River, playing on the bars, you find a lot of really nice redfish out there. You may even catch into a flounder, snook. You never know what else is going to be out there fishing. Working my way back north, getting into the St. Martin's Keys. Honestly, it didn't matter what key I was on. There was redfish everywhere. It was absolutely beautiful. They were starting to school up, as far as what I could tell, in the shallower waters. So I can only imagine when the tides roll in that they're going to be pushed up against those mangroves and ready to eat. I want to go out there and get to hook into one for a change.
So, you talked about an area that is a prime example of summer fishing. So, Game Creek.
Yes.
Not a lot of people, one, know about Game Creek, two, fish Game Creek.
Very seldomly do I find a boat back there, and it seems like if I do, they're actually only playing at the very mouth of Game Creek. There's so much more to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fish back
Well,
there.
you know, and this is my theory why you find redfish there in the heart of the wintertime and the heart of the summertime, is because you get those big incoming tides.
Yes.
And when you get those big incoming tides, all of those marsh that connect to the Halls River, then they flush out. And what's coming from the Halls River?
Fresh, cool water.
Spring-fed water.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if they're also eating on a lot of the fiddler crabs that are coming off those mud banks as that water is pulling off the marshlands. But the fish that are there are beautiful. And I would be happy to say they're 25 inches or bigger for the ones I was seeing. They were good upper slot fish. They may not have been as plentiful as what you'll find out at the Keys, but they were definitely a good quality. If you're into the sports side of it versus just filling the freezer, I'd highly recommend playing back there in Game Creek area, and same thing for Mud Creek. You know, that's just on the west side of the entrance to Game Creek itself. And there's a lot of really nice fish to be played in those darker waters. And just not, fill your freezer with clients kind of fish.
Yeah.
Not what the guides are used to doing. I don't blame them for not going back there, but as far as a recreational fisherman, if you're looking to play for sport, that's where I'd like to play.
It's fun. That's kind of the area. We were in Mud Creek, but that's kind of the area that we were playing around that sight casting video. So
Yep.
that's a good, it's murky water, it's dirty, it's muddy, but it's so calm back there all the time.
It is.
That you can watch the fish push up on those banks. So.
Very much so. Yeah, there's protection for wind all the way around you playing through there.
So Game Creek's definitely a fun place to go explore. By the way, speaking of fresh water, the answer was yes. The redfish can live in fresh water.
Yeah, they like that 72-degree water, and I don't blame them.
Absolutely.
Good time to cool off.
What do you think about asking another question? The question is, what is the purpose of the spot on a redfish tail?
I like it.
So I'm not going to ask it again because I want people to be paying attention. So we got a question, J. Dos Santos. Y'all are as real as they get. Always great info on the fishing in our area. We appreciate that greatly, sir.
That's it. We want to see everybody catching fish. We're not, the selfish type that's just like, oh yeah, they're in the water.
Yeah.
We'll give you a good idea of where to play and for the most part, how to catch them.
And Jay, I don't make a lot of promises, but I promise you, if you keep watching the show and keep help supporting the show, you're not just going to get great information from our area. So eventually we're going to start working down the coast, around the coast, up the coast.
Absolutely.
So.
Get into some different areas. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Exploring and enjoying the wildlife out there.
Actually, Captain Billy and I have a few adventures coming up for this next off season in September that we're going to go play around and do around the state of Florida. So stay tuned for those.
Mighty exciting.
Yeah, super stoked. But all right, so I tell you what. So I think we've touched everything on the fishing reports. If anyone has any questions, do we have time to answer some questions, guys?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if y'all have any questions about fishing, Christopher River, Homosassa, Chassahowitzka, or Ozello, please feel free to ask them now while you have our attention. We're waiting for your question to pop up on the screen. So, all right, I tell you what, let's go ahead and go to a commercial.
I like it.
All right. Alrighty, guys, so we are back and we are getting ready to head over to the Grouper Guru's table himself. We have Captain Louie from Florida Fishing Adventures on the Tackle Table Talk. Captain Louie, what's going on over there, brother?
Hey guys, Captain Louie here with Tackle Table Talk presented by Bush Home Services. I hate that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what Zach was talking about as far as be able to show you what he's saying. When he's talking about floating pinfish back there, we're using a popping cork, 12, 18, 22 inches a leader. We're going to use maybe a 3/0 to 2/0 circle hook, J hook, whatever you like. I like to use a circle hook. We had J hooks in here, so that's what we're going to do. But giving you a little bit of sound always helps. You can put a shrimp, you can put a pinfish, you can put even a piece of cut mullet to float that thing down the bank. Whatever you have, you can put on this rig right here and catch redfish. Like they were talking about, that's as far as redfish, and most of your guides in the area either use a simple pop and cork rig or nothing, or no necessarily tackle at all other than a hook. I mean, you're using 3 foot, 4 foot, a fluorocarbon leader, 20 pound, and then a small 2/0 hook with either a pinfish, a shrimp, a piece of cut mullet, a piece of cut ladyfish, something that can sit in that water, can attract those pinfish, just like Zach was talking about. But for the meat of what I'm doing tonight, we have Father's Day coming up, so we're going to talk a little bit about some awesome gifts for Father's Day. I myself, I always get my dad the best gifts, so obviously they're going to be everything on this table. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this non-tipping dog bowl. I know that I just got a little cat at the house now that Lindsay brought home, and he's a terror. So this would probably be great for him as well, even though it's a dog bowl. He'd like to play in it and do all that sort of stuff. The same thing as the non-tipping can. I've seen people run 50 miles an hour in 3-footers with that thing sitting there on the dash, and that's
hanging out
absolutely
smooth as can
crazy. Always a great gift for Father's Day. And something else from Toadfish is going to be your stowaway 7-inch folding fillet knife, wherever it is. Here it is. I mean, that thing is awesome. It's got a clip. It's really cool design, and it folds away, so it's kid friendly, so they can't really get into that knife if they tried. And the best part about all this is if you come down to the marina, correct? And spend that money?
Yes.
If you come down to the marina and spend $75 on any Toadfish product, you get a free tumbler. Let's see, is there a tumbler here? Oh, here it is. And there's a tumbler right here. You're gonna get this for free when you spend $75 on Toadfish products, and I promise you that's very easy to do because they're all very cool products. Something else we're going to talk about is some fishing reels for Dad. Obviously, everyone loves fishing reels. We're going to talk about these Daiwa Lagunas. We have 4,000s, we have 3,000s. I myself like the 4,000s. I like a little bit more line. Captain Zach uses these every day. Obviously, he puts them through the ringer. They stay on his boat every day. Through the elements, he's had them for like a year and a half now. These reels are great reels for the price, and I promise you'll never be able to guess the price. You're going to have to come down and check them out and find out. We're going to talk about the boomerang tool, which, very cool tool. I don't necessarily use one, but
I love my boomerang.
Gary literally uses it every day. To open his dip cans, to cut his fingernails, to do everything. Gary uses this boomerang tool for literally everything. Bree's laughing, and I love it.
She knows it's true.
So this is going to be a great tool for a Father's Day gift. Something that it's almost like a stocking stuffer for Father's Day. Let's see, what else we got? We got this bait, Flow Troll bait container. I like it. Everyone has one of these. I've had 700 of them in my lifetime. My dad will be able to tell you that. I lose them all the time.
Is it because you leave them out hanging over the boat and take off?
100%.
Yeah.
It happens.
Every time, yes.
You get to the next spot and it's 4 miles away and you're like, not going back to get that thing. So you go buy another one. Here they are. We have a pile of them. Come on down Get you one of these for Father's Day. Everyone should need one. Get some bubblers with it, and put that and give that to your father for Father's Day. Let's see. Something from Danco. We have a 3-piece knife roll-up kit. This all rolls up in a bag. One of the best guides in the area uses these. He's a great friend of mine. He has this thing with him all the time, and every time I see him at the dock, I steal it from him and use his knives. They're great knives. You know, everyone always says, big fish, small knife. Small fish, big knife.
That makes sense.
And it really does. And this is the best way to be able to do that. You have all 3 knives here. Great gift.
Super
for sure.
affordable too. That's only $50.
Oh, yeah. This is only $50?
$50.
Wow.
And it comes with like that roll-up sheath and everything.
Yeah, the roll-up bag. For sure. That's awesome. Duffy Tournament Series. What are we talking about?
The new Danco pliers.
Oh, the 7.5-inch Duffy Tournament Series pliers, for sure. These are probably some of the sharpest pliers that
Funny
you
thing
can
was,
buy.
I don't ever see you without yours.
No,
Yeah.
I have one. I have them all the time. I have them. I don't have them right now.
Oh my gosh.
I went
Feel
out to dinner.
lost.
I thought I saw Brody running across the parking
That's
lot. with
probably
someone
where
there.
they went. These things will not rust, will not corrode, and that's something that's huge for our area. I constantly have pliers that are just, you know, dropped in salt water, laying on the ground, being in places that pliers really should never be. They're going to stay sharp. They're going to obviously be very good looking. I love these colors right here. And they're going to do great jobs for you. This is going to be another great gift for Father's Day, and they come with their own sheath. Everyone loves a good sheath. I literally wear mine everywhere I go. I'm pretty sure I've gone to multiple dinners with my pliers. So
Noticed.
and as far as everything else that what we're going to talk about the most is going to be these Bakio sunglasses.
Before you start on that, somebody has a question for you, Louie.
Can I get that knife set at OKM? Yes. Yes, you can.
We only have 6 left in stock.
We only have 6 left in stock.
5.
4? Do I hear 4? Bahio sunglasses. You know, Gary brought these in a month ago.
Yeah.
I was pretty hard against them. I've been a Costa guy since I cried to get a pair in my mom's car coming home from the Eastern Shore one year. She'll tell you that story. But these things are the best sunglasses I've ever had. They look good. They feel good. They're super, super clear. And they haven't broke on me yet, which is always a great thing. Usually my Costa sunglasses take about 3 weeks and something's breaking on them. But these things right here, these things are tried and true. And they're going to hold up for a long time. Let's see. I've got a question for us for giveaway number 5. Number 5, Gary. You know
Number
we're giving
5.
away a lot of stuff tonight. I hope you know that.
I'm excited.
Where did the name Red Drum come from? Where did the name Red Drum come from? That's what I have. Gary actually had to tell me the answer to this, but that's okay. And I think we're going to go back to the casting couch
Going back to the casting
to
couch.
talk about some.
Leave that alone. All right, so we've got Captain Brody on the screen now. Look,
Who's up
see
there?
up there?
Who's up there?
So Brody, do you have anything to say to everybody? What do you want to talk about?
Want to talk about fishing?
Face so red.
I know, buddy, it's hot.
You just got burned.
I got burned a little bit, yeah.
Looking like a cherry tomato, he says.
Yeah, Daddy didn't put enough sunscreen on. Do you have anything to say about fish, Brody?
Yes.
What? Tell us. You don't have to whisper. Tell us. No, Brody, don't you say that. so Louie was talking about the Bahios. Guys, I really cannot express enough how much these Bahio sunglasses have changed our vision in the water.
That's a true statement. I mean, especially, you know, being out there all day, every day, the clarity that you get through them, the amount of light that still actually you're able to perceive, it doesn't really darken your image that you're, you know, looking through the glasses like my old Coasters used to.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing to be able to see how much glare gets cut out of it. I'm a firm believer in them, and I own quite a few pairs already, so I have nothing more to say on that.
But yeah, I mean, you know, you're going to see next in this commercial a little bit about the Bahios, and then when we come back, so we've asked 5 questions, real easy questions. So we have 5 winners. Oh, look at there. There's some Bahios. That's
The Bahio boy.
Brohios.
Brohios.
Brody, how do you like your sunglasses? They're great, right?
How do you like your sunglasses, Brody? You like them? So when we come back after this last commercial break, we're going to be doing the famous Reel of Fortune.
Reel of
Now,
Fortune.
I am so excited about the Reel of Fortune, and we have 2 weeks left. So we have
Yes, we do.
we need a winner from tonight,
Yep.
a winner next week, and then the following week. So in 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
2 more weeks after today.
Yeah, 2 more weeks after today. Then we're gonna have a little game show
I'm excited for that.
live,
Yes.
right here in OKM Studios.
Yep.
So you're
All
not
of
gonna
our
want to
5-week
miss that one.
finishers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game show.
Welcome to the game show. So, but real quick, Bahio is doing a really cool weekly giveaway right now.
All right.
So if you go to their Facebook page, make sure you like, share, you know, definitely follow, because they are putting out some really cool stuff, and you can tell they're not just about making money, and they're not just about putting a product out. They're actually about the water, and they have a lot of great people that work for their company.
It's really cool to actually get to meet them firsthand, you know, go into their little production facility that they have and seeing what they're all about and watching them, especially when they're making the lanyards, which they haven't released yet, but it was pretty cool watching them practicing handmade lanyards to be able to see what's going to work the best and what looks the best.
You know, we were the first ones to introduce Bahios in our area.
Yep.
And I could tell their hesitance, you know, when we called them, we said, we're from Ozello Keys Marina in Ozello, Florida. And I said,
Where the hell's Ozello?
where the hell is Ozello? What is that? So, but thank to our friend, Rick Murphy for getting us set up with them. They actually invited us over to their headquarters over in New Smyrna Beach, because we are the #1 sales in the state of Florida for Bahio sunglasses. So, but
spreading the beauty of the eyes out there.
yeah, so little old Ozello making a name for itself. How about that?
Love it.
And Bahios. But so if you go to the Bahios Facebook page, you're gonna learn about their program. But what you want to do is you want to post photos or videos with the sunglasses on your face or on a kid's face, however it works. And if they like it, it's going to be a random drawing every week. So their team's going to pick the best photo or video, and that's how you win a free pair of Bahio sunglasses. So
that is awesome. And I can imagine already seeing the photos that ourselves and other of our friends that have purchased into Bahios, the photos they got with them. There's going to be some good, stiff competition for that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, because there's been some good stuff. Teddy's on top of it, man. He's got some real good photos out there.
Yeah. He likes that clear vision just as much as we do.
All right, so stay tuned. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with the Reel. We are back.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
It was.
That was fun.
It was a darn good episode.
I think it's
enjoyable.
I think it's time to say goodbye. So thanks for watching. And oh wait,
What's the question?
We still got to do Reel of Fortune.
I was gonna say,
We still got to
Missing
do
a
Reel of
segment here.
Fortune. So if you all know how Reel of Fortune works, Reel of Fortune, we're going to ask a random question.
Yep.
And then the first 14 people to answer that question
Correctly, that is.
correctly, yes,
Yep,
the
yep.
correct answer is going to be placed on the Reel of Fortune board. So
Spin that board, and the winner, well, winner actually gets a pretty cool hat and shirt
from
from
Florida
Florida Marine Tracks.
Yep. And then I'm going to throw in
Oh,
a special prize. So I'm all about giving away stuff tonight.
I like it. I like it.
I'm going to give away a special prize, and I'm going to add in there one of those cool toadfish tumblers, too.
All right.
So you're going to win one of my random special prizes.
Yep.
So, and then the toadfish, Florida Marine Tracks, and then you get automatically entered into
The game show winnings.
the game show winnings. So, alrighty. So I think Brody's back there controlling the switcher board.
Kind of looked like that. It was good.
But real quick before we get started, on, hey Bria, where is that information? We have it. So before we get started on the, it's not on here. All right. So, I know. All right.
That's just how we roll.
Sorry, Bree's talking to me right now.
Uh,
All right, so Captain Gene Miller. All right, two things I got to talk about. Captain Gene Miller is doing a fishing charter giveaway on his Facebook page right now.
Very nice.
So be sure to go over and visit Captain Gene Miller on Facebook, and you can see how you can get entered into that contest.
I mean, it's an awesome one-man fishing trip with you and Captain Gene, and he's going to bring you to some pretty sweet spots in that Ginu. I mean, he's put some people on some really nice fish here lately.
Oh yeah, no, he's an awesome dude, and he's all about like learning, teaching. So
Absolutely.
you know, I highly recommend him. We're super excited to have him here, and we're gonna start getting some live video from him for freshwater fishing, which he also specializes
Very nice.
in.
Very nice.
So, but right now we're gonna put up a raffle ticket on the screen, or some information on the screen, and guys, I encourage you to go support this event. Number one, Brian from Extreme Decalz is an incredible person.
Absolutely.
All right. Number two, he has an incredible product. So this is actually his grand opening event, and it's what he's doing is really cool. So he, just because it's his grand opening, he's going to have a lot of people there. He decided to actually benefit from it for a good cause. So a young man that has Tourette syndrome, that there's some kind of special surgery out there, but it's not covered on insurance.
Yep, so we're all trying to get together, mainly Brian himself and quite a few others, but to be able to get that funded for him.
Yep. So that's tomorrow. Starts at 9 a.m. They've got a live band starting at 11 a.m. And it's going to be a great event. Car show, truck show, the new
Vendors and raffles, gotta
Yep.
love it.
What's that thing on the bottom called, a raptor? Or what's it?
Side-by-side razor.
Razor, yeah. So it looks like they're going to have a razor show.
Not a boat, we really don't
So,
know.
and everyone that, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the prizes that we gave away earlier. So everyone that answered correctly, I'm going to buy 2 raffle tickets per person. And so you just won 2 raffle tickets to that event. So that's why we need you to send your contact information and name so we can enter it on the ticket. And then we're going to bring it over to Brian in the morning. So you get entered to win airboat
know
tours,
what you're gonna
AR-15s, a little bit of
Spear
everything.
gun, you never know.
Yep.
Never know.
You never know. So, all right. So you ready to do some Reel of Fortune? You guys ready in the back to start writing down some names? All right.
I'm excited to see what this question is.
Are you super excited? It's about a redfish.
Oh, all right, all right.
Yep. It's about a redfish, but it's not about our area though. So we're going to see who the true fishermen and fisher ladies of Florida are.
Who loves their redfish?
Yep. So what is the per person limit for redfish in Jacksonville?
Oh, Jackson.
Jacksonville.
All right.
What is the per? And
I'll get you
it
thinking.
could be the same.
Yeah, maybe
It could
different.
be. It could be 4. Could be 2. Could be 5.
May not be able to keep them at all.
You might not be able to keep it all. So make sure you answer correctly, because if you win this, well, first 14 people answer correctly is going to get entered onto the reel. And then if you win that, you're going to join our game show event in 2 weeks live. We're going to wine and dine you. You're going to have a great time. You get to bring a guest. And then you got some cool apparel from Florida Marine Tracks. And what else did I say earlier? A tumbler.
Yep, getting a tumbler.
And then 2 raffle tickets as well.
That's it. But you have to like and share this.
Yep. Please like and share it. So we're going to give you all a couple minutes. Hey, Billy, why don't you sing a song or something?
Keep a redfish in Jacksonville. No?
Yeah, no, I like it. How many?
And I don't think she did either.
Keep a redfish. So, Brody, do you have anything else to say? No? Brody, you got laid. Oh, Daddy got laid.
Barely.
Do I look pretty?
Why are you making glasses?
Why am I making glasses?
Yeah, last time.
Oh, the Costa Ritas?
Oh, yeah. You remember that? Was that cool?
Yeah.
What happened?
I never tried that.
You never tried that?
Probably a good thing.
What?
What's that happen?
Those are sunglasses. Those are Bahios.
Exactly.
What? Oh, he got me. All right, so the board's filled out.
All right.
Cool beans. Let's take this bad boy over here to
The old
Tackle
tackle
Table Talk, presented by Bush Home Services. Come on, Billy, get over here.
All right.
All right. You're gonna spin it? Are you gonna? All right, wait. Just hold on.
You're going to, huh?
All right. So we're gonna explain the rules one more time, so there's no fighting and arguing on this one. So, 14 names. So the answer was 2, by the way, in Jacksonville. So before you go anywhere before you go anywhere this is the reason why I asked this question. Before you go anywhere and just start fishing, know the regulations because it changes.
That's it. Learn your waters that you're going to be playing in.
Like down south, some counties have opened back up to redfish. Some counties have not. What did you say earlier? Sarasota South?
Mm-hmm.
Sarasota South is still closed.
Yes.
But you can keep them in Tampa Bay and
Yes.
Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas,
Somewhere down there.
but Sarasota County
Yes.
South.
Everybody in Tampa Bay Fishing Club, you can keep them.
It's a fun page to follow. Hey, Brody, you going to spin the wheel? Where you at? Come here. Hurry.
Run, kid, run.
All right, you got to spin it fast, hard. All right, here we go. Oh, that was a good one.
I'm going purple.
Green. Josh O. Josh O. Congratulations. Josh O. Billy, tell Josh O what he just won.
Josh O, you have just won a beautiful shirt and hat combo from the Florida Marine Tracks Company themselves. You have won a tumbler from Toadfish, and you have
2 raffle tickets.
2 raffle tickets.
That I'm going to personally purchase and give away to you guys. So
Can't argue with that.
So please do us a favor. If you have nothing going on, smaller guys, go down to that event at Extreme Decalz. Go support a good cause and go meet
Absolutely.
our friends over there. So
Josh O, we look forward to having you on board here for the actual game show.
Josh O'Kane.
so excited. So
I can
yep.
like
Josh, don't forget you get to bring 1 guest. We're gonna wine you. We're gonna dine you. You and a guest. And you're going to have a chance to win a free Florida Marine Track card.
Gotta
so
love that.
we'll see you in a couple weeks, Josh. So everyone, thank you again for watching Friday Night Fish Talk, and we'll see everybody next
Fish on
Friday.
until next week.
Yeah. All righty.
Lame.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was the next